Welcome to Eternal Manna, the daily devotional broadcast of Grace Gospel Church. We are looking at Psalm 46, and today we come to one of my favorite verses, verse 10. And this verse can be taken out of context and made to mean anything. So we need to take it in context. Verse 10. Be still, God is saying, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Just those first two words, be still. What that means is cease striving. It's like saying to someone, sink down into a chair in order to relax. And again, if you look at it in context, the Assyrian army has been defeated by one solitary angel. And so God is asking his people to reflect on their recent deliverance. Carefully consider the full impact of what the Lord has just done for them. Settle down and rest in God's protective, providential care. Be still means stop and ponder what God has done for me. And I think that is excellent advice for all of us, to take a time out, to sit in that chair, to relax, and to reflect, to think back upon all what the Lord has done for us. And what would we discover? That God will be exalted among the nations. Realize that God is on the throne. He is in control. He has a sovereign plan for your life. There is no panic in heaven. God will work everything together for our good. The knowledge of God is good, but we need to come into the experiential knowledge of God. God actively rules over all places and people with inscrutable wisdom and irresistible power. I need to repeat that again. It's a great statement. God actively rules over all places and people with inscrutable wisdom and irresistible power. I will be exalted among the nations. This is going to be the result of the overwhelming victory that God had won for his people. The devastating defeat of the Syrian army, when the news reached the people of Assyria, they will begin to tremble and realize that the God of Israel is God alone in all the earth. When Assyria decided to storm against Jerusalem, they had declared war on God himself. How foolish! God utterly devastated them and brought them to their knees. And then verse 9 says, I will be exalted in the earth. God reinforcing the truth that he will be exalted among the nations and all over the earth. The whole earth will tremble when they hear the news of the defeat of the mighty Assyrian army by the mighty hand of God, and that too by one angel. They will come to know that there is only one true living God, and that's the God of Israel. Martin Luther, in the tempestuous days of the Black Plague that swept through Saxony, Germany, became greatly discouraged by the mounting trials it created. So one morning he came to the breakfast table and in heavy despair. He looked up and he saw his wife dressed in black, as if she was going to a funeral. So Martin Luther asked his wife, who died? And very perceptively, the wife replied, well, apparently God, the way you are acting. And that was a huge rebuke to Martin Luther. When we are confronted with mounting trials, we must stop despairing as if God is no longer on the throne. Cease striving. Know that God is God over all the circumstances of your life. God continues to be seated on his lofty throne of sovereignty, raised up over every circumstance. Upon his head are many diadems. In his right hand, he upholds his scepter by which he rules the nations. He is lifted up high above the trials and tribulations that threaten us. From his exalted position, God is causing all things to work together for our good. Our God reigns. Amen.
For more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grace Gospel English Church Toronto. Thank you.